Hello everyone, I'm hoping everyone can hear me. So let's start off as we always start. Do a quick sound test just to make sure that you can hear me, but otherwise, well, you'll just be watching my hands making things and trying to guess what I say. So I hope you've all had a really good week. We've just finished our Easter holidays, but in the comments I've seen Benita, I've seen Diana, so welcome. It's great to have some familiar names and faces back in one of my lives again. So yeah, so let me know if you can hear me. So and then we're gonna quickly delve into what we're going to be making today. So I also have a discount code for you guys. So this is the Oasis collection that I'm going to be playing with today, and I'm going to be mixing up with some older products too. So the discount code that I have for you guys is for the Oasis collection. So I'm just loading up my mobile phone here so I can see the comments a little better, and I think I've remembered to turn the sound off this time so that we don't get any of that. So hi Beverly, and hope you're all right. Oh, thank you. Yes, so there might be other people watching another video. Basically, I had a video that I thought I had released that I hadn't. It was still unlisted in my list of videos. So I've just literally listed it before this video. So there might be people stuck in there watching that one. So that's great. People are giving the thumbs up that they can hear me nice. So there's a good amount of people now in there. So I'm happy to get started. If you want to skip through any of this chit chat, just skip through if you're watching on the replay, of course. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know and I will answer them. I can see the comments right over here now, so there's no like turning my neck or stretching because my computer's way over there. So oh, thank you. Beverly's excited. Yes, I'm excited too. So hi Sarah. So anyways, let's dive in. If you have any questions, ask away during the live. If you have any questions during the replay, ask them in there. I keep an eye on the comments. So I have this out. This is my favourite ornament here. So this is part of the discount as well. So I'm going to move that aside. So we have a 15% off discount. I'm going to quickly put that poster up now. There it is. There's 15% off Oasis Adventure. As I'm saying, I'm going to be using the paper collection for this, and also one of the lanterns to sit on top of this project. So this is an ornamental project, so you can pop this on a bookshelf or on a coffee table. So it's going to look nice on the outside, and it's also going to be functional. So you can pop your photos and some keepsakes inside as well. So I'll be using some older product for that too. So if you pop in Oasis 15 at checkout, all the links are down below, as well as the Simply Made Craft YouTube channel where there's more tutorials and things. So I'm hoping I've mentioned anything, but again, fire away with any questions. So this is the project we're going to be making today. This is a lovely gift box. This has featured before. This is made using my Suitcase die. If you remember this is back in stock, so super excited. This sold out during lockdown when we made the Suitcase with a mini album inside, and then we have the luggage additions die set. Now this looks very peculiar especially if you are new. So if you have been watching my channel for a while, you may have seen this before. So this fits inside of this box. So let's open that up. So as you can see, it's lovely and ornamental. So this opens up just like that. So I'm trying to get this in the full shot. So it kind of leans on this box, the lantern up there. And here we have some sliding cards. Now these slide backwards and forwards on this runner here. So as you can see, we have this runner here, and you can trim it down. Then we have a choice of 3 cards. So this long one here is for when you use it this way. So you'd have 2 here, and they would slide that way, but we're going to be using it in this way at the moment. And if you go through my my channel, I haven't listed them, but it should be in my mini album tutorials for Simply Made Crafts. You'll find some more tutorials for this. I made a Christmas version of this as well. So, and then these actually slide, and they don't actually they don't fall out. So if I tip this upside down and give that a good shake, you can see the cards are there. So this is absolutely perfect if even you want to do ink or paint swatches. If you want to keep all your distress ink and paint colours here, you can just slide through and find which one you want, and you can literally just twist it slightly and they come out. So I absolutely love this. And at the back here we have a box for you to put your keepsakes in. So if you have been on holiday or on vacation and you have some lovely memories and photographs that you can pop in these cards, and then if you have any other little keepsakes or little bags of sand or bags of stones or shells and things like that that you want to keep together, you can just pop them in this box. So this is a manually made box, so I'm going to be showing you on the scoreboard how to make that as well. So just a quick look at the comments, and then we shall continue with the tutorial for this box. Okay, so hoping everyone is well. You've had a good week. As I said, we've just come back from the Easter holidays. So my son was off sick today. He's back 2 days, and then he's sick for the 3rd day. So I'm just getting everything out here that I'm going to be needing. I did prep this a good few weeks ago, so let's hope my memory serves me well putting this together. Okay, so what I've done here, I'll be explaining everything that I've done so far. Okay, so I've got all of my mats ready to go as well. Now what's that for? See, I didn't label it. Keep those to the side, we shall work that out. So I'm going to be starting off with the suitcase die first. I'll get that out so you can have a closer look, and remember the discount code will only work on the Oasis Adventure collection, and I do have some other samples to show you, so it will work on this one here and the papers and the other die sets. So this is the luggage die, and again this is available as a bundle, so there's it's already been discounted in that bundle. So I've die cut 2 of these. These are going to be for the top and the bottom, and then we have these strips here, so I'll go through those. So I have 3 of the shorter strips. I can't remember if I used 2 or 3, but we have an extra. I'll let you know if I use it. And we have 2 of the longer ones as well. So I'm curious as to what my mind was thinking about this 3rd one. We'll find out. And we have this one here with these little score lines here, and that is from this one here. We do have a little notch there. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick up the little notch here, so we'll be trimming that down to get the length there so we can fit the box in. And yeah, you only need to do 1 of those, and then you just need to cut as many of these 2 here as you want to. This one won't fit in the orientation that we're using, but these 2 here, cut as many as you need. Okay, so let's start off with showing you the cardstock. This is Cornflower blue. I absolutely love this colour, and it complements really well with the paper collection as well. So let's put that down. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so let's start off with folding everything down. Everything has been scored from the die. That's going to do all that for you. And I'm just going to use my bone folder here just to get some really crisp corners. Nice crisp folds, not corners, folds. So I just want to say hello to everyone that said they couldn't make tonight's live. There was a few comments on my Facebook as well, so saying they couldn't make it. So if you're watching on the replay, hello. And also I want to say hello to Lynn as well, because sometimes she can't make it, but I do like to say hello to her as well. Okay, that's the first one done, and then after I've done this little bit, I'm going to mat it, and then we're going to add the little hinges, or the little hinge. And you know what? I think I put them away. I will have a dig out in a minute, but I've got some metal hardware to use on my box. I ordered it probably about a month ago when I prepped this project, so it's all been put away in the drawers because they were quite bulky, so I'll be fishing that out soon. Okay, so let's get decorated. So we're going to say this is the top of our box, and I've already cut everything out here, and I'll be putting a blog post together with all of these mat sizes as well. So this one is going to be the top. That's going to be our top. I have 3 here. Why do I have 3? I'm just, oh, one's for the inside of the lid. See, I confuse myself so easily. Okay, we're going to pop this one here. Oh no, I'm not, because it matches that box. All right, we're just going to go with the flow now, because I'm just trying to second guess myself, because I did prep this quite a while ago. And if you've been watching me a while, you know I can be a little bit ditzy, forgetful. So I will quite often get ahead of myself sometimes and craft things in the wrong order. So let's get these down. And I've got some gold mirror cardstock at the back. So if you're watching this and you have ideas on what you could use this project for Christmas, let me know in the comments. Even if you're watching on replay, let me know what you would make this for, what occasion this would be great for, because this is a great coffee table thing to have on there, you know. So it's very fun and interactive. There, lots of gluing. I didn't want to do too much preparation in advance, because this is a true kind of like step-by-step tutorial. So get these down. There we go. So did anyone see me on Create and Craft on Monday? I had a new mini album collection out there, so that was a lot of fun. I had some brand new tools as well. Those sold out, but we have plenty more stock for the launch at Craft Stash next week, so plenty left. Pop this on, almost there. Just quickly do the next one. If I was filming this, I would probably pop this onto fast forward, probably with a bit of music. I like a bit of jazz music. Yes, Sharon, that would be lovely for a new baby. Again, you can pop little keepsakes in there too, so if you have the little name band from their wrist and ankle that they come home with, that would look great as well inside that little keepsake box. And I'm using a new scoreboard today, so it's still in its box and I haven't used it just yet, so I'll be giving you my opinion on how well it is. So I'm popping these on because it's a little bit easier to pop these mats on before I actually put it together, so it's a lot easier to get everything on when it's flat. So basically what I've done is I've done all of my die cutting, all of the other cutting, so that now all I have to do is just assemble. Once I get to this point, or after everything's been put together, I can then work on the photograph. So I would probably do this in 2 sessions if I was going to add photos as well. So spend an evening or a couple of hours popping this together, and then pop it aside, have a little rest, and then pop your photos in at a separate time in another session. Okay, so here are the hinges. So this one here at the back is going to be my hinge. So let's get that on there. I'm going to pop that here, and I'm also going to be popping these on before I assemble the box as well. It's a lot easier to get them on that way. I do try to let you know which is the easiest way to put things together. So okay, that is the first one on. Basically put them all on and fold them as well. So this is going to be the base and this is the lid. Okay, so I'm putting these little strips onto the base. Okay, Beverly's asking me, do you have any new mini album dies or videos coming soon, I do. So we had the official Create and Craft launch for the medium album on Monday, and that collection is being launched to purchase on Craft Stash, and also the live show on Friday, so a week today. It'll be a lunchtime thing, so make sure you're following Craft Stash on Facebook or Craft Stash on YouTube, and you won't miss out there. I'll be doing live demonstrations for that, and they will be available to buy if you stay up to midnight or early Friday morning. So Thursday at midnight, just check just in case they get them on there at midnight. If not, Friday morning they should be there. And there'll also be offers and deals for that new collection as well. So we've got the tools as well. So and after that, in June, we have another mini album launch. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, these long ones don't need to be folded, I've just realised, so I'm just very chatty. It doesn't matter if you have folded them, it will still work. So I'm just adding glue here just to this bottom one up underneath the score line. I'm just going to pop that on there. So I'm popping these on behind, just like so, just so that the score line is literally just visible. And I just need to trim this off. I went over the edge a little bit here, so I can just trim that off because we want the box to close nicely. Do the same on the other side, and I'm just going to taper one of these ends as well. So yes, Sharon, very exciting. Yeah, so make sure you do wait for the offers to come available before you buy anything new from any of the collections. Wait for the offers, definitely. Sometimes it's a free paper pad, or it's a free stamp set or something like that. It's always nice to get that little bit of a freebie popped in your basket. And also there'll be competitions as well, so there is a chance you could win the collection. I think that's what the prize will be. Sometimes it's the whole collection, sometimes it's a selection from the collection, so we'll find out closer to the time. And I think there's 3 different ways you can win as well, so some of the winners will be announced during the live, so make sure you follow me on social media, and I'll be popping on when I'm going live. Okay, so you should now have something that looks like this. We have all of our tabs popped on there, and I'm not going to do any trimming yet until I have my box together. So let's get this together, and just to help me, because I'm going to be bending and folding and pulling, I'm going to use a little bit of red tape with a little bit. That's a brand new one. Get that. Oh, that's a brand new one too. Okay, we'll start with the brand new one. So basically you can use double-sided tape and glue at the same time. It's the same concept as when you're doing woodwork and things like that. When you use nails and glue together, the nails hold things in place until the glue sets. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this on there. This is going to give me instant stick while I fiddle and close with the box, but I don't want it to come undone in a month's time, which has happened to me before when I've just used the tape, even the red stuff. I'm just going to add a bit of glue. It won't do any harm, it'll keep it there for longer. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pop these together. There we go. So now we have everything popped together. Now this would be the same way you'd pop it together with the suitcase. However, you'd be gluing it together using the long strip if you're having like a normal suitcase like that. Just looking up on my shelves, it's still up there, the one I made a couple of years ago. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so now we are just going to exercise this hinge, because we want it to kind of go that way, and we also want it to go that way. This is why I used the tape, just to make sure it didn't come undone whilst I'm moving bits and bobs around. Okay, so let's get things glued together. Some things when I go up to the top here might come out of focus. It's rather difficult filming during the night time, so I've got autofocus off completely, so it's just focused here where my hands are down here. So it's that awkward time of day now here in the UK where you start filming, it's still daylight and it's dark now. So okay, so I've added glue to these bottom tabs here, so I'm going to be popping these tabs up first. There we go. Hi Shirley, it's the first time she's watching me live. I do like to go live, but it's only when I have time or I'm able to, because I have the rest of the family to consider as well, so it has to match in. But I am hoping to carry on with my daytime lives once a week, so that should be fun. Actually, I do have a question for you guys from when I do go live during the daytime. What sort of projects do you want to see? More mini albums? Cards? I think most of my makes now on my channel are mini albums now, because well, you know what YouTube's like. You get niched down, the algorithm. It's an absolute nightmare. So mini albums seem to do best because that's what it favours. But I don't mind that because I do really enjoy the mini albums. Mini albums are my thing, and if you want more Simply Made Crafts, I do have a brand new Simply Made Crafts YouTube channel. That is where all the basic tutorials are going to be on there, and I do keep adding to it as well. So this is where I'm going to taper these edges here so it closes nice and easy. There we go. So I now have our bottom section done. That should close just like that. And I do remember now what this third one was for. It's for this one here, because this is quite a sturdy box once it's closed, because I have two of these, top and bottom. Got one here and one here, and when they meet it keeps it from twisting and turning or going inside the other one like that. So it really makes the box nice and sturdy. No Beverly, I don't have Patreon, no. I just wouldn't have time to keep that up, so I do not wish to overcommit to anything, because I know it's not fun when you're in a rush to get everything done. There we go, that's come undone. See, this is why I use the tape on the hinge. I am using Cosmic Shimmer and it does dry pretty fast, but look what I did, I snipped off too much and now a lot comes out, so I might decant that into another bottle, possibly one of these little ones here. This one has a clog in it, so I need to sort that out. That's why I'm not using that one. So all these little jobs, it's like living on a farm, isn't it? All these little jobs, they all add up. Okay, just going to quickly get this done. As you can see, these the glue is coming out pretty fast on that. Okay, we're almost there, and then we can get to the fun bit. So I have all my measurements written out. Let's hope I can decipher them. Okay, just going to get our glue here. Again, I'm doing all this in real time because this is a true step-by-step tutorial. If this bores you, you can just go on double speed if you want to speed it up, or just skip to the bit where you want to see if you're watching on the replay. If you're watching live, you're stuck with me for a bit. Thank you, Shirley. I'm going to stop here just to put up the discount code again. So the entire Oasis collection, including this little lantern here and a couple of other bits, they're on a discount at the moment. I asked for a discount code, and Craft Stash gave me a discount code for you guys. So here it is. That's the wrong one. There we go. That was the other offer from a couple of weeks ago. So there's 15% off the entire Oasis Adventure collection. That's including the papers I'm using today and all of the other bits. The links for that is all down below for that entire collection, and all of the tutorials are on my Simply Made Crafts YouTube channel. That is also linked down below, but it's way down at the bottom of those links. So all you have to do is add Oasis 15 into the checkout and your discount will be applied. Okay, so let's get this mystery third tab on now. I say mystery because I've now worked it out, it's not a mystery anymore. So let's get that on. This is what's going to keep our box closed nicely. So let's pop that on there. Hoping it's not creating too much of a shadow. Okay, right, so see, this is already lifting up here, so if that on my little hinge there is lifting up, so just press that down. There we go. It's got glue and tape on there. Right, so we have these little bits and bobs. I say bits and bobs a lot. Okay, so this strip here, I'm just going to taper that, so that's going to close over that nicely and not get caught. Do the same on the other side. Oh, don't drop your finger, that's not fun. Okay, get rid of those. Okay, so let's close this box and do a little bit of a test run. This should fit in there nicely. There we go. Now I could have done a little bit of a neater job securing my ends here, so make sure you add glue right to the ends here when you pop that on. Other than that, I'm happy with how that looks. Okay, that is our box. That makes actually a great gift box just as it is. You can just stop right there, and that's just literally using the luggage tab. And if you want to use all the other accessories that come with it, including, this is the handle here, you can pop a handle on there. Okay, so we're going to be moving on now to this die set. This is the luggage additions, and we're going to be using this long strip here that I've already cut out, and I'm going to be using some super thin tape because I've discovered that is the easiest way to get this together. So go along with your score lines, press everything down. Now this is a lot of fun to play with, so once it's finished, but it's very interactive. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're making a sliding card memory box today using the Oasis Adventure collection mixed in with some of my older dies. Some of you might even have these. I know quite a few of you might already have these die sets, so just go ahead with your favourite papers. So we're almost there. Okay, right, so these two little strips here, they overlap to create that shape. Can you see that shape there? This is what keeps those cards held in place when they slide on. It means you can tip them upside down and it's absolutely fine. But before I go any further, I need to trim this down. So there is a tiny little notch that the die does. The camera might not pick it up due to the lighting, but here is my little notch just there, and I'm going to trim that down. I'm going to pop a pencil mark there because I'm having trouble seeing it. There it is. Just to double check, let's get the original. Let's put that down, that's a bit dangerous. Always double check. So it's the right length. Yep, that is the right length. Again, I made this about a month ago, so, and you all know what my memory is like. Okay, so these papers, what do they remind you of? I mean, I'm thinking Mediterranean holidays, Morocco sort of theme, North Africa, even Santorini and Greece. Some of these papers are going to be absolutely perfect for that too. Okay, so you should have these two now. I'm going to be using the longer one. So let's add our tape. Again, tape will be the easiest, even if you have the white backed tape, that will be fine. Just add glue over the top. So So I'm going straight up to the score line. There we go, and pop that on. I need to get the smaller Tim Holtz scissors. They have been on my wish list for absolute ages. So here's a top tip. Use your bone folder just to press that double-sided tape right into the cardstock, because that will push the stickiness right into the fibres, and it also helps you lift off the back as well. Okay, I'm going to add glue as well. You can see I really took off too much from my nib there. There we go. Add a strip of glue, and then we can fold this together. Just going to fold this over like that. If this is a bit fiddly, you can always ask somebody else to do it for you. There we go. And we have something that now looks like that tube, just like that. So that is going to fit inside our little place there. So it's going to go there, and I have another mat here. Oh, I have two mats here. So this fits this closes exactly with what we're going to be popping inside. So I don't want to add too much bulk here. So I have this matted one that's going to go at the top, and then I have just an ordinary unmatted piece of coloured patterned cardstock there for inside the bottom, because I don't want to add layers and layers of bulk so that it won't be able to actually close. So just going to add these now, and then we can move over to the box. I'm not going to glue my little tube on until I've got my box in. So luckily I haven't stepped the gun a little bit and got ahead of myself yet. Okay, let's get the next one in. Okay, so I'm using Cosmic Shimmer. I'd love to know what your favourite glue is. I have tried quite a few, but there might be some I've not heard of before. So Cosmic Shimmer and the Art Glitter glue are my favourites. So I'd love to know what you guys prefer. Sometimes it's just what's easiest for, to be ordered or that you can get your hands on. Sometimes it's just the convenience that you can find things. Okay, right, so we have our liner now. This is feeling super sturdy now because it's got all of these mats on the outside as well. Okay, right, now for some manual scoring. I'm using a new scoreboard today. You might have seen it already. Where'd I put it? Here it is. This is the Creative Craft Product Scoreboard and Envelopes Box Maker. So it has this little triangular slidey thing. It's still in its box. I have opened it just to check it over, but I haven't used it just yet. I was saving it for a live or a video. And on the back here we have all the instructions to making you can make a gift box with it. That's pretty much why you'd buy it. But I actually bought my first scoreboard to make mini albums, and I had to order it from the US. It was a Martha Stewart one, because when I was making this, when I needed a scoreboard, there weren't any for sale. None of the craft companies manufactured scoreboards, so they've only really been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years. Now they're everywhere, but I had to order mine from the US. And do envelopes, box making, and there's some. I need to get this. It does the notches and things for envelopes and rounds the corners, so I need to get that. I want to try that out as well. Okay, I'm waffling on now. Okay, comes this little packet here, and you get this little bit of storage underneath. So let's turn this over. So the bone folder comes out from there. and this should slide out. There we go, for when you make your envelopes, and it's got instructions as well. I think this slides up like that, just like that, and then you can make your little notches. So let's put that back in. If I can work it out, let's do this. This is the first time I'm playing with this, so there we go, it goes in that way. There we go. Right, let me grab my notes, and I have some patterned paper here for the box and the lid. Okay, so let me give you some measurements now, because we're working to the 16th of an inch. The 16th of an inch lands between the 1/8 of an inch. So if I quickly show you on these little notches here, if we go for the 3 and the 3/8, 16th of an inch is the halfway point between that. So sometimes if you need to get the 16th of an inch, the easiest way is to round it up to the next number and then take a slither off with your paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to start off with the base, because that is an easy measurement there. There's no 16ths of inches. We're working to the 1/8 of an inch, and this measures 10 5/8 by 8 7/8, and we are going to score it on all 4 sides at 2 7/8. Now the great thing about this is it goes up in the quarters, it shows you, so all the odd numbers land here. So the 2 7/8 is that high. I'm just going to double check that. Always double check. 2 and yep, we're right. Okay, 2 7/8. There we go. And I'm using the bone folder that comes with it. If you already have a bone folder, or if you have a little stylus thing, that will work as well. 2 7/8. That's, oh, did I do 3 7/8? I did. I scored in the wrong place. So it'll be at the bottom, you won't see it. 2 7/8. How many of you saw me do that in the wrong place? 2 7/8. I did think that was a bit far in. 2 7/8 again. Luckily you won't be able to see that score line. There we go. Yes, 3 7/8. So the measurement is 2 7/8. Okay, that's all now folded. We're going to forget about that extra score line, and moving over now to the lid. So this needs to measure 6 15/16. I know, it's a hideous number, and 5 3/16. So the easiest thing for you to do is, I've already cut this out. As you can see, it's slightly under the 7, but it's over the 6 7/8, so it's in that little area there. So cut it to 7 and then take a little slither off, and then here I've cut it to 5 3/16, which is, so you'd cut it to 5 1/4, and then you trim it down a 16th of an inch, so it's in the middle of 5 1/8 and 5 2/8. If that, I'm hoping that makes sense. So that will give us the extra space we need to fit that over our base. It'll all make sense. And I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Yay, this is an easy number to do. Okay, and I can see people have written what glues they like, so whilst I'm trimming my corners I shall read out those comments. Okay, so we have Beverly, she loves art glitter glue, and Sarah Walters Nouveau Deluxe. I haven't actually tried that yet. I need to get my hands on that and give that a go. And the Tonic Studio Precision Glue. I haven't tried that one either. And Handmade by Shirley says she uses high tack glue. Is that an actual brand? So yeah, Beverly's Nouveau Glue, but she loves art glitter. And Julie uses Linoco. I've not heard of that before. As it's very good for photos when you scratch. Is that acid free? I'd love to know if that is acid free. I'll look that up. And Benita says she has tacky glue. Not the best, but easy to get here in Sweden. That's the main thing, if you can get hold of it. And Sandy loves the Collal. Never had a problem with it. Yep, I do like Collal, but I have moved on. I used it way back in the day, 2014, I think, round about that time. I used it for a couple of years, and then I moved on to Tombow when I joined Stampin' Up, and then I left Stampin' Up, and then I started using Cosmic Shimmer. If you remember Jeanette, she introduced me to this Cosmic Shimmer. Not looked back since. And Sharon loves the art glitter glue, Cosmic Shimmer and Collal. I have Collal in my drawer just in case, it's my backup glue. And Michelle likes the Pin Flare bookbinder glue. And yes, then we moved over to my Boo Boo. Okay, so let's cut this off. So I have here the score line. Not sure if you can see that score line. I'm going to cut that off completely, so that is in this tab. Then I'm going to cut that off all the way, so that score line has completely gone. And then I'm just going to gently taper that corner. So I'm going to do that on all of these, and then always pull downwards. If you pull the other way, it might tear up the other way, and then you'll be faced with the decision of whether it's visible, whether you need to make it again. There we go, that's the first one done. Now this one, I'm going to move over to my big scissors. They're way over there. Okay, so ignore the score line where I went wrong. So don't cut up that one. And I'm going to do exactly the same. And I'm just going to, instead of going for these lines here, I'm just going to rotate it and go round, because it's going to add extra strength to each side of the box. If you can imagine, that goes there, this one goes here, instead of and it'll carry on going around, instead of having two layers here and having a thin side there. So I'm just going to rotate it on this one. Okay, so Julie says, it says on the bottle it's pH neutral, so I'm guessing that's a good acid level, so that should be good for your photos, keeping them photo safe. And Beverly says everyone's raving about the Barely Arts glue, but she's loyal to the art glitter glue. I'm going to have a look and see if I can get that in the UK, so I am limited to what I can find. So that's 3 glues that I could potentially be trying out there. Okay, right, now let's get rid of all of these little cuttings. So far so good. I am pleased with the scoreboard, so I shall have to make room for that, and then I can just pop this back in there. Okay, so let me know if you want a demonstration on how to make the envelopes and the envelope boxes with that, and I'll work that out, because I haven't actually tried that out. So where were we? Let's get gluing and pray that I got all my measurements right and I wrote things down correctly, and that the lid will fit on the box, because that would be a bit embarrassing. Okay, so I've added my glue right up to this fold line here, so that I get a nice glued, put together corner. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually interested with the people that are watching at the moment. Are you box makers? Are you mini album makers? Are you kind of a mixture of both? Because it's been quite a while now since I've been doing regular lives, and I want to be making videos that you guys are going to enjoy the most. So I would love to know what crafts you like to do. Don't worry, Marilyn, this will be available on replay as well, so don't worry about that. You can catch up. Okay, there is our base put together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add glue now. This will be fast putting together, so I'm just going to add glue to all of these. Going right up to the score line there because I want nice glued together corners. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these two together, then I'm going to place it on my box, and then I will know that it's going to fit perfectly and be able to lift on and off instead of being too tight. So let's pop this on. There we go. Now we can slide these two in, hold that in place. My hand's not big enough. Just going to slide those in just like that. There we go. I have got a bit of extra glue, but the great thing is this stuff does dry clear. And there we have our box. There we go. So we can now pop that into our box. Okay. Right, so make sure you have this the right way round. I have my nice matted gold bit at the top there. This is the base. This is going to fit perfectly at the back. There we go. This is looking lovely already. I'm really liking the way this is looking. Okay, so I'm just going to pop in some glue so we can get that down. We don't want that falling out. You could actually make this so that the box isn't glued in, so you can lift it out if you want to. And again, if you want to line the inside of the box or use double-sided paper, that will look good too. So Karen says she loves mini albums. Marilyn says she prefers to make boxes and off the page paper crafts. That's mostly what I do when I have magazine commissions. It's mostly off the page. And Sandy says she makes wedding stationery cards, steampunk, mixed media and albums. Sharon says mostly card making, but she loves doing boxes and mini albums. So there's a really good mixture in here. Benita says she makes more 3D makes, like the doctor's bags and the lanterns. And oh, there's a few more comments now. So Sarah says she mostly makes cards, and she found a channel and just loves making boxes and albums. And Julia, she says, I love scrapbooking, have many dies and have got to try and take the plunge to make mini albums. Love making crackers and the box with the acetate lid. Yes, so you probably found that on my channel already. And Handmade by Shirley says she makes cards, boxes, mixed media, and I've made some memory albums but need more practice with them. Yes, definitely. Just keep going with the practice. If you want to join my paper crafting with Helen Griffin YouTube group. Oh, I have a photo here. There we go. Lots of people do share their makes in there, and I've definitely seen people that were new to using my dies and making mini albums and things, just how much they improve in each make as well. But you can really just tell their progress as they're on their crafting journey on that. So okay, so I'm now ready to pop this in. We are on the home front. I think I might just have time to get my glue gun out. You might hear me rattling under my desk trying to get it plugged in. So I'm going to pop this in centrally, as central as possible. And before that properly sets, I'm just going to take a card, one of the wider ones from this, just to test it. Yep, I'm happy with that. That fits. That just slots back in there. So just press that down slightly. It will want to kind of go from side to side, so just press that down and then I'm going to leave that alone just to dry. Pop the lid back on, and then I'm going to grab my glue gun, get that plugged in and fired up. Then I'm going to try and find my metal furniture, I guess, metal furniture to finish these boxes off. So let's take the microphone down with me actually, so you can hear what I'm saying still while I shuffle. Oh look, my glue gun's right at the bottom. And let's get that plugged in. I've got it now, just plug it in. And I do have a stand as well. It's these little things that I forget to do, is get the glue gun heated up. Okay, let's turn that on. There you go, that's heating up. Let's find the stand. Here it is. I've just bought some new trolleys for underneath my desk, and everything's just so organised, and I can just grab things. It's absolutely great. Just those little cheap like vegetable stands that you can get, the tiered ones with on little wheels. I bought the sturdiest set that I could find, popped in some little baskets, and it works wonderfully. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's find the metal hardware. I have got them linked. Okay, I've got my little box of metal hardware here. Okay, what did I buy? Right, I do have some latch box things, but I think those are out of stock. Right, I have some little handles here. I've got some feet. And what are these? I haven't even opened it. Oh, I have opened them. What are they? The mystery bag. Ah, thank you, Beverly. She's just posted the link in the group. Okay, so these are little clasps. There we go. We can add that. Yeah, let's give that a go. So, yes, okay. I think I've got 2 out of 3 of these listed in the description. After this live, I will go back and make sure I have all of the links there. So we have this. I'm hoping you can tell what that is. This clips on there and it lifts up. So that will be absolutely perfect on there. This is a little handle. So these are all designed for like little wooden boxes, but if you're handy with your glue gun, you're good to go. So this is a little handle, and I've got everything in like antique bronze. So it's really good to have these in stock. These are little in stock in your craft room. It's like if you've got a really full craft room, it kind of feels like a shop. But okay, we've got 4 feet here, so I'm going to add feet. This is the fun bit. There we go, 4 feet. Okay, and I need an extra glue stick as well. So, do I have one handy? I do. Right, so this is the Sizzix glue gun. I do get questions about everything that I use, so I try and talk about them, but everything is listed down below as well, and if there is anything I've forgotten, let me know. Okay, let's close this and close this. There we go. So let's start with the feet first. These are going to, make sure you pop this on the base. So I've got it's the right way up. You don't want to put this together upside down. These are going to fit on just like that. I'm just doing a dry run so you can see. Okay, just going to add my glue. It's not entirely heated up yet. Oop, don't fall off the desk. And then I'm just going to press that on. So you can see these holes here, these are for the screws. I'm sorry, Benita, it's making you want to make a box now. Just look at that. That really does just finish that box. I love it. I absolutely love it. I get really excited about these little details. So I'd add some more glue there. This thing wants to fall off the table. It's making me nervous. There we go. If you're thinking, I'm trying to think of any other die sets that I have that these feet will go really nicely on. I have used them before on a project that I have put over here actually. This is the same. I'm excited to show you this one as well. This is the Wales next to the sea. There's me when I was in my 20s. But this is the same suitcase, just one layer, and you can add taller photographs to it, as you can see. There we go. And on the back I've got some more feet, and they're the same ones. So this looks really good as well. But anyway, I'm showing you far too much, getting distracted. So let's get these feet on, and we can work on the lock and the top decoration, which is the lantern. There we go. Last one. Okay. Oh, I wish I had a side camera now just to show you, but this is what it looks like now. Can you imagine that? If you have a lovely white coffee table, this would look really good on a white coffee table. Or even if you don't have a white coffee table, you could put on a white tray. It would look really good on that. Okay, so for the next step, for this one, I'm going to need some tape, because that's the easiest way to get these together, is just to tape everything in the right place. So line everything up. There needs to be some tension here where they meet, because if there's a gap here, it's not going to lock very well. It's going to want to come apart. So I'm just going to grab a bit of tape. Line everything up, keep it straight as possible. Again, if you're not good with something like this, ask somebody else to do this bit for you. Stick my tape on. Now that should keep that in the right place whilst we're gluing that. And just remember, this is metal and it will heat up with the hot glue, and you might just get yourself, and yeah, that's not fun. Okay, so I'm going to add glue now, so make sure you get this the right way around. Let's do a dry run first, and we're going to glue it on just like that. Okay, so I'm going to have to be quite quick, so hoping you can still see what I'm doing, because there might be a bit of a shadow. So I'm going to add some glue here, some glue around here, and if I mess up, I mess up. Okay, there we go. I'm also lining these up too, making sure they're all in the right place. Take that off. There we are, everything should be lined up now. I'm hoping that is set enough for me to take that latch off. And there we have a nice box there. We can close that and then close that. That's all in the right place now. I'm super happy with that. You can even use these on like my handbag dies and things with flaps in. That will look really good on those. Okay. Oh, that would really look good on the top of the doctor's handbag if you have one either side. Yeah, because I've got the large doctor's handbag and the small doctor's handbag, so that would look really good, one on each side. What do you think, Benita? I think that would look good. Okay, so I've ignored the comments whilst I was doing that. I'm going to keep that on. We've got this lantern to pop on next, but I want to pay attention to the comments again. I don't want to ignore you guys. Okay, so Belle's Craft, she's been using journals. Yep, I do like journals, and there will be some more journaling things coming out, so That's a sneak peek there. And I've also got a Halloween collection coming out this year as well, so I'm super excited about that too. So thank you everyone. You're all loving the feet. Yes, I need to suggest you have to try them now. Okay, so I think the hot glue's now cooled down, so now we are ready to put on our lantern. This is optional. I just thought this would look great just as an extra ornament. So this lantern here, it does have the 15% off because it's part of the Oasis collection. So I'll show you the offer again. Oh, I keep getting the wrong one. There we go. So 15% off the Oasis, so you can get this lantern with 15% off. Just pop in Oasis 15 code at checkout. Okay, and that includes all the papers too. Right, let's put this on, and then I've got a handle here. Don't want to forget about the handle because then you can lift that up. Oh, it's going to look so cute. Okay, so I might get a question here or two about this word memories. This is from one of my mini album dies. I can't remember which one now. I think it's the landscape editions, possibly. So if you have that one, just go into any of your die sets, look for any die words and see if they're suitable for your project. So don't worry about buying special words for this. Just go into your craft collection and see what dies you have there for words, or even if you have like letter dies, something like that. Okay, so let's get this glued on. So this was this is the lantern using gold cardstock, and I have a little gold tassel on there too. Let's pop that on. Loved it. I bought so many gold tassels, but then I used them on the Art Deco collection as well. Is that even central? So I've used these gold tassels on a lot of things. Now this box does open, but you need to take the tassel off, and then it unfolds here, and you can pop a tea light, well, a battery operated tea light in there as well. So right, now we're ready for, so this is what it looks like now from the side. That's looking really good with the feet. So let's add on our little handle. Oh, that looks lovely. I absolutely love that. So let's get that glued on. Again, this is metal, so it's going to heat up. Luckily that clasp didn't heat up too much. I once burnt myself on hot glue or live on air at Create & Craft. I'm surprised I didn't like yelp. But it's one of those occasions where you quickly wipe it off and hope no one notices. Makes you jump sometimes as well though, doesn't it, when you burn yourself? Okay, so there is our handle on. I absolutely love that. So all I have to do now is add some feet to this box here. Right, so you're probably wondering, the insides here, I haven't die cut any extra cards, so I'm going to steal them from this section here. So we have, these are mostly for landscape photos. Don't put anything above these lines here. If you want to add more portrait sized ones that go above there, don't use the lid, just make an ordinary flat box, just like this one here. Okay, and now these are just going to slot in just like that. Again, as you can see, these will all stand up and the lid will still fold, so you can, there is loads of room. And if you want to just take this die and cut it directly into your photograph, make sure you do it upside down like that, because these go in that orientation. Make sure you do it like that. So so then you can just pop your photograph directly in there, just like that. This is so much fun. And if you can imagine guests and visitors coming over, and this is on the coffee table, and they can say, oh, can I have a look in your box? And they go, oh my gosh, it's got 4 photos in, this is amazing, this is amazing. So as you can imagine, and these slide across as well. So let's spread those out again. I've pushed them all together, and again, they don't fall out. They're all held in place, so if you drop the box, they shouldn't all fall out, and you don't have to rearrange everything again. So you have that control of just taking out any sort of card and then moving it to the back or wherever you want it to go. Okay, let's pop that back in there. I liked it in that position. So that is the box. So I'm going to be making a blog post for this with all of the measurements and things for the mats and everything. So this one is a nice big complete project, so it needs its own little blog post so that you've got everything in one place. And I'll put this video on there too. So if you go to my website, helengriffin.co.uk, that will be linked down below. You can sign up to my email list. Now you'll only get an email from me when I post a blog. There's no other reason why I would send you any other sort of emails. So it's only set up to send an email when I post a blog. So there's no extra spammy things that I would send. So there is that. Okay, so I'm just going to move over now to, oh, let me know if you like this project. Give me a thumbs up if you like this project, or send some hearts and things if you love this one. So let's set that aside over there. So this is the lantern. Again, I'm going to go through some of the Oasis adventure bits and bobs now. So this is the lantern there, and that comes in two parts. You've got the terrarium, and then you have the trellis die. Only the trellis die, I believe, is in the 15% off, but you can get it separately and you can get them in a bundle. And I have a box here. It's labelled Halloween, but I've switched things out. So here are the other lanterns. Absolutely love that. You don't have to put windows in it. This is the same lantern that I popped on top of this box here. There we go. Some of you may have tuned in to the live show from that. So all of this is 15% off. I asked Craft Stash for a discount code and they sent me one for you guys. So that will the discount code will end on Thursday night. Let's get the actual date. Thursday night. Thank you for the hearts. I can see those now. 28th, midnight at on the 28th. That's a Thursday night. So these are the lovely trinket boxes as well. I'm trying to balance everything on my knee here. Okay, so these are absolutely perfect table favours. So these are going to be perfect for weddings, parties, and Christmas, and things like that. And these lanterns also make great balloon weights. If you fill those up with something heavy, put some stones in there. Perfect balloon weights. I absolutely love these ones with the trellis. If you're making these for a wedding, maybe not put the trellises on, because you're going to be there for quite a while die cutting the trellises, unless you really want to. But these will look beautiful just with some lovely patterned paper and something on the top, or a bow, something like that, and that is your little trinket gifts or table favours for your guests. And I think the next one is definitely my favourite. Now this is the Desert Days gift cube box. I did get a question because I did make a set of drawers from these. Here we go, here are the drawers. And they come with little feet as well. Now these come out like that, so if you wanted to make an advent calendar, you can do. So basically it's literally just the base box. That needs to go in there. Now why isn't you going? There we are. Right, so it's basically just this base box. You turn it. I've got another example here to show you. So basically, I can't show you completely because I've put feet on it. So normally it would go together like this. Turn it, and then that will fit in there. And that is what has made the drawers. So you would glue here. I've done 4. If you want to make an advent calendar or a Halloween countdown advent calendar sort of thing, you can do that too. So just glue all of your squares together and then just add a strip of cardstock for the length to cover all of the joins. You know, you can even buy loads of these handles. Does this handle fit up there? Getting carried away now. Oh gosh, it fits. It fits. Okay, I'm gonna have to make another one of these now with the handles. So I won't be able to use the feet because these need to be functional. The feet would get in the way there. They'd fit at the back fine, but it won't work for the front. So there are feet that come in the die set. And I think that is everything. Got a couple more boxes here, so these all have 15% off, so just pop in the code Oasis 15 if you decide to go for that. There we go. Oh, I got it right this time. But I just do want to say, if you tuned in for the Alice in Teal mini album last month, that offer is still there, and I've popped that offer down below as well. It made an absolutely wonderful album. I absolutely love that album. So that is a full complete tutorial as well. It's well over an hour, so that was a lot of fun. That special price is still there. I've linked that down below. Okay, so I'm just going to spend a bit of time just going through the comments. And at first, before people start to leave, I just want to say thank you for everyone that has tuned in and joined me for this evening. It's been really nice catching up with everyone, and I do like to make projects that you make, so or projects that you enjoy. So thank you, Benita. She says I've got beautiful boxes and lots of hearts as well. I love the lantern. I'd love to know which is your favourite thing from the Oasis, because we have cut down on the amount of dies we bring out in each collection, which makes it manageable for us and easier for you guys, so there's less for you to choose from, and you're not torn between, you know, which ones you want to get. It makes it a lot easier for everyone. So Jeanette's asked, have I planned to do a Christmas in July? I really hope so. I do have quite a few Simply Made Crafts Christmas things still in stock, and a lot of companies are also bringing out their Christmas things in like June, July now as well. It's really taken off here in the summer. I remember about 5 years ago I was the only person really doing the Christmas in July. A few other people were doing it too, but now the shops are all selling their stuff nice and early, and there's also digital papers that you can get any time of year if you need the Christmas papers. And I think it's April is the month where it's halfway to Halloween, so I might try and sneak in a Halloween project if I get the time. I would love to do just a halfway point to Halloween as well, which is very similar to a Christmas in July. I do have a launch and some more videos to film next week, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can fit that in. That would be a lot of fun. So I do get questions about the coffin die. That's not in stock at the moment, but I do have a similar die that I can turn into a casket, so I might do a Halloween casket or something like that. So I'll see if I can get another discount code. I don't want to be too cheeky, because I don't want to be asking every week for a new discount code. That would be a bit cheeky. So yeah, so if you are watching on the replay, pop in any questions. I'll be happy to answer those. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has joined me today. All the links for everything that I've used is down below. Don't forget the discount code Oasis15. That went live today, and it finishes on the 29th, so the 28th, Thursday 28th at midnight, so that's UK time. So we do international postage as well, and it's free delivery in the UK if you spend over 30. So yeah, there's just so much for me to actually remember. But anyway, it's getting late now, and I'm going to just chill out for the rest of the day. What is it now? 9:45. So yep, I'm just going to stay up for another couple of hours, and I'm going to go to bed. So thank you everyone. I really appreciate all the time you spent with me today and chatting. I do love to chat with everyone. Hi Teresa, just seeing you there. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you all. I will see you all next week for the Medium album launch. And don't forget, we have the brand new tools as well. So let me quickly show you them, and then I'm definitely going to go. These sold out on Create and Craft, and we have more stock for the Craft Stash launch. This is going to make your mini albums so much easier to make. So I know a few people have already left the live, so they're missing out on this. So you get this pencil case here, and we have the corner mitre. Love that. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that very well, but this is going to give you the perfect corners when you snip off the corners. It's going to give you that gap, and this fits on snugly to each side. And then we have the T-bar. That is going to give you the exact sizing for the middle. This is going to be for cutting around the edge of your wrapped cover. And then we have an extra bar there, and then the squeegee tool for getting your cover onto the grey board nicely. So that is the toolkit. It's sold out on TV, but we have plenty more stock for the Craft Stash launch, so make sure that you are tuned into the Craft Stash live next Friday 29th at 12:30 on the Craft Stash Facebook page and the Craft Stash YouTube channel. So that is the bookbinding set and case, which I absolutely love. Oh, Sandy said her tools arrived today. Yes, have fun playing with those, and I'm so glad that these tools have been lovely, nicely and well received by you all as well. So I can't wait to demonstrate those on Friday. Okay, so I'm definitely going to go now. Alright, so thank you everyone. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I will see you again next week. I'll see you all later.